The nervous tissue. I will talk today about functional units of the nervous system. Nerve cells. Nervous system contains over billions of nerve cells, neurons. They are specialized to transmit impulses. Properties of neurons. 1. Excitability, ability to respond to stimuli. 2. Conductivity, ability to conduct a signal. Parts of neuron. Cell body, soma. Has prominent nucleolus with several organelles include Nislo bodies made by rough endoplasmic reticulum and free ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, mitochondria, neuron filament, neuron tubules, and Golgi apparatus. Dendrites. The receiving part of the neuron. Dendrites receive synaptic inputs from axons, with the sum total of dendritic inputs determining whether the neuron will make an action potential. Axons. Long, thin structure in which action potentials are generated, the transmitting part of the neuron. Action potentials travel down axons to cause release of neurotransmitter. Types of neurons, based on function 3. 1. Sensory neurons. It's activated by sensory input from the environment. The inputs that activate sensory neurons can be physical or chemical, corresponding to all 5 of our senses. Thus, a physical input can be things like sound, touch, heat. Most sensory neurons are pseudo-unipolar, which means they only have one axon. 2. Motor neurons. Motor neurons of the spinal cord are part of the central nervous system. It's connect to muscles, glands and organs throughout the body. These neurons transmit impulses from the spinal cord to skeletal and smooth muscles. There are 2 types of motor neurons. Those that travel from spinal cord to muscle are called lower motor neurons, whereas those that travel between the brain and spinal cord are called upper motor neurons. 3. Interneuron. Interneurons are the ones in between spinal motor and sensory neurons. Interneurons can also communicate with each other, forming circuits of various complexity. They are multipolar, just like most of motor neurons. Types of neurons based on its structure. Unipolar, bipolar, pseudo-unipolar and multipolar. Organelles and its functions. Golgi apparatus, membrane-bound structure that plays a role in packaging peptides and proteins into vesicles. Free ribosomes attached by a thread. The thread is a single strand of mRNA. The associated ribosomes work on it to make multiple copies of the same protein. Mitochondria, this is the part of the cell responsible for the supply of energy in the form of ATP. Neuronal membrane. Keeping certain ions and small molecules out of the cell and letting others in. Accumulating nutrients, and rejecting harmful substances. Catalyzing enzymatic reactions. Establishing an electrical potential inside the cell. Conducting an impulse. Being sensitive to particular neurotransmitters and modulators.